In this particular example, we are going to learn how we will utilize the use of viewChild in Angular. So we will do nothing but injecting the viewChild and some component inside it, and we will utilize that reference in order to update a variable or a value inside the child component. So we have already created an Angular application, and you can see I have done nothing but created an Angular app with the help of Angular CLI. We have this source folder and app folder inside it. There is nothing inside app component and in app component TS. So in the parent child we will try to update some value of the child reference. Let me create a child component. So our child component has been created and added to the app module. Perfect. Now we will create some, suppose that I am creating some value. Suppose that we have this particular message that is a string kind of variable that we are trying to display some value, and that value will be coming from the parent component. So I have just printed this particular value in our view, and this particular value will be updated from the parent component. Let me go to the parent component and let us start adding this particular selector to its app component. Suppose that I have added this particular inside this. Now its parent component will be the app component. Now suppose that we have I am giving the reference name as a sample text. So I am defining a button, and on click I am trying to execute some method that will be send message, and I am trying to supply this sample text, and now I am going to define this particular method inside this component, and there define we will define this particular method inside this no we have to define view child of type child component, and we have taken the reference that we are using inside this particular template. And now child dot, you can see we are able to access this particular message variable that we have defined. So till now, let us see what we have created. So there are some issues on HTML part. Oh shit, I have not defined the closing tag of this defined button. So now we have the parent component that we have defined a text box and the send button, and there we have defined in child component like values coming from parent is, let us say I'm trying to say test, send to child. So I am able to send with the help of view child that we have defined. So in order to take the reference of any child component inside the parent component and directly accessing the attributes and values, and there are a lot many things that we can define with the help of view child. We can access the template, and also we can have some different method like after view initiate, like after when our child has been uh, uploaded updated its HTML, then what we want to perform after view init of child. There are so many things that you can find out while going through the details of view child. So right now I have just given the example of how we can able to access with the help of view child, that is the child component, and we can access those properties that we have defined inside the child component.